Can you even get to the startup now?
Yeah. I'm just little confused now. Okay. Left off here. Have I checked the kitchen?
You went to the basement. Yeah, I mean, the kitchen, the storage room, the toilet, and the what's that? The main room right here, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere else.
So weird.
What do you mean?
I don't know if I already found like everything to there's needed to be found. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else.
I'm scared that I will speedrun like the whole thing. You know?
What is that? I mean, stop here.
Yes.
Maybe I should go talk to people.
Where I Google and I ask you, see whether you missed out anything.
Shut up! Jeez. Don't fuck with me!
I just feeling the guy's lying. He's lying.
Okay, you investigated the Duralumin case already, right?
Yes.
Do you speak to Gundam?
Gundam.
Gundam is the pet keeper in the dining room. He told you about his lost ring already, right?
Yeah. Then they went outside.
You speak to the you speak to the photographer.
Yeah.
Do you examine the air conditioner?
Yeah.
Night vision goggles, knife, bloodstained body.
Yeah.
Speak to the nurse. Yeah, you did already. You talked to the singer already. You talked to the. Do you talk to the princess
Yes.
in the hallway? Oh.
Nothing.
Kitchen. Do you talk to the chef? Yeah, you did. Do you examine the dishes? Yes, you did.
Well,
Kitchen equipment list. Yes, you did.
since that no one's in the room.
Do you go to the cottages yet?
Only the guys one.
Yeah, then you saw the envelope, right?
Yeah.
Then do you talk to Nekomaru in the hallway after that? The bodybuilder guy.
Nekumaru. He's the one who went for a shit, right?
Yeah, was he out already?
Yeah, he went out already.
Then go back to the dining room and talk to the photographer and the nurse again. Then done already.
Yeah, you should talk to the nurse.
But we have to go fetch my brother, bye.
Yeah. Okay, bye bye.
Hey! 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 Huh?
Alrighty, guys. Now then, at the central island of Jabberwock. That, once you're there, please proceed.
Oh, we're about to just get it last clue.
Are you kidding me?
No way. You are right. I got it!
No way!
Don't fuck with me!
Hey, come on.
Hey!
Huh?
You. Do you understand?
Wait! What happened? Now then, let us begin! Hey.
Well now.
Wait!
What's this? Wah-wah? You masochistic special bleeding, sir. See ya later.
Huh? What's going on?
Wow, that's not really a secret.
No way.
What?
Whoa!
Hey, 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 hey! No way, no way, no way!
Stupid! Yep.
The fuck?
Huh?
However...
Scary.
Welcome! Ta-da!
Why, you... Don't fuck with me!
Oh man, it's time for the class trial. Oh wow. Okay. See the evidence. Timer. So if it's a timer, then it could be possible that someone used the ACs to trigger the event. So it's office and dining hall, okay. What the fuck? Perhaps the breaker will overload. Fire door. I don't understand if this could be a clue. Probably an entrance to the bathroom. Okay. see their ultimates again. Maybe mechanic. Actually, Swordswoman. I think she could be the one because, yeah. Okay, let's go for the class trial, boys.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair. So there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin.
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to— Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds? Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
Non-stop debates. Huh? Wow, this is hard. Non-stop debates.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
Wait, I don't understand how to...
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there. No, that's wrong. No? Huh? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table.
Okay.
Though there was a
The
lot
controls are
of
a
blood
bit wonky,
everywhere,
yeah, that's all.
there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it...
Hold on. WASD. Really? Must really move the mouse wheel?
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a...
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was? Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think? Crap!
Oh, yeah.
Crap!
Are you serious? Huh?
Crap!
The reason Byakuya dove under the table.
I can prove it with this! It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, Maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
False weak spot. Wow, shucks.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food!
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer. I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food!
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer. I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer.
But it was super pitch. It was so dark I
I
couldn't
have
see
no idea
my...
what I'm doing.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer.
What the?
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer.
But it was super... It was so dark I couldn't...
Byakuya couldn't see. I doubt he could have seen the killer. I'm sure Byakuya ducked up during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
Huh?
If that's the case, during the blackout, must have seen the killer.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food!
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either. I doubt he could have seen the killer. I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
I don't understand.
If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food!
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
I don't understand.
No, that's wrong!
Oh, you shoot the words.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say...
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So... are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Okay. It's cut vertically sideways or diagonally. Wow.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Huh?
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
If you just use... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use... The killer obviously used those night vision... That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planted if the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Ah, I don't understand.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision... That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Huh?
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night... That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I don't understand.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down! Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what... So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night... That's gotta be it.
I can't back down! Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Huh?
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use... The killer obviously used those night vision... That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles worked. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Damn it!
I don't understand. Oh.
If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the... I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
This is my hour? We will never give up!
I don't understand.
If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night... Then they could have killed Byakuya even in the... I mean, in reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Huh? Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down! Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planted. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality. So those goggles were planned in it. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I don't understand.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down! Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planted. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it. If you just use the killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I don't understand.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down! Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Oh, yeah, it's the
Because if they used then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality. So those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Crap!
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene. Because if they used then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. In reality, that's what so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words! No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely?
Finally.
But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party,
I'm sorry, Nez, I suck.
he found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night
I didn't
vision
even realize
goggles were
that the
kept
night
inside
vision
that
goggles came from
Duralumin
inside the
case
case.
as well. Woohoo! I said assume. Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted...
Tape. Hey, no.
Crap!
I'm dumb. I thought I selected the tape. Ah, then duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the
Oh
body
my
was.
god. I'm having so much trouble, dude.
They probably hid the knife
Hello.
by duct taping it to...
Do Marcus, you had the chore already.
So that's
Yeah, I just spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out how to do the
Byakuya was
rebuttal
thorough.
shit.
Even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
Wait, do you
Maybe
give
I'll
up in the
talk-
end or do you continue?
But why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit,
That's true. He went up.
Now that you mention it, that applies. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check.
He probably knew.
Are you saying he predicted the murder?
You think so too, right?
Yes, this one easy. Because of the murder
Dude,
threat.
the Gundam is one of my favorite characters.
I can prove it with this. Everyone,
This is because of the envelope, right?
Yes. Easy.
No, it's like
hell
for
is
me, that's
this?
why.
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So,
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
it doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place.
Those are still
he tried
lies.
to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act. But the letter might have been just a little prank. As long as he was determined not to let any of us die,
Oh my god, dude, someone gave you one dislike. I don't know who that
his
guy
strong
is.
sense
Must
of
be you.
responsibility.
No, I gave it
Should
like
have
just
told
two
us
likes.
he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have...
so
It's because
he tried to
I
do
spent like
something
10
about
minutes
it
trying to
without
do the
telling
rebuttal.
anyone?
I see.
Lol.
Strong sense of
I really didn't know how it works,
responsibility
yeah.
as a leader.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer.
Or is it the crosswords one?
Is it really one of us?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
Damn son. Maybe he killed himself.
Pardon me. Can I say something,
It's
please?
the small.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife,
Lol.
then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it.
Glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever
Seven.
was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you! Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for two glasses wearers?
I'm not the
Glasses
killer.
wearing.
Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height,
I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Pecco's the
She's
one
gonna
who
say like
took
she
the
was
breaker
shitting in
and
the
caused
toilet or something.
Blue color weak spots. Argue spots. Agree spots. That's correct. Alright.
You can agree with.
Yeah, I understand this.
Hmm.
But I didn't really understand the rebuttal one. So I just anyhow slash. What? All these
Oh.
people's accounts? How am I supposed to remember who is who? 1, 2, 3.
Since Pecco was in the office.
I like the OST.
Oh yeah? What is the... Can I see who's... I need to see the accounts. Like, I don't know who is who.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think you press F1, right?
Yeah.
No.
Chiaki is the... Okay. Kazuichi... Okay, didn't see anyone. Okay. Since Speckle was...
She could have caused the blackout at any time.
She was in the office. Wait, so whose account is this? Ah, fuck! That is...
No, okay, you just see.
See the face.
Okay, this guy is confirm. This guy is confirm bullshit.
Kazuichi.
That's impossible.
Shit, I missed it.
No, you can use other people's accounts to agree with what he says also.
Because
If
I
you
was
think
not
it's
in
right.
the office, not even before the blackout.
Huh?
There's only 3 accounts: Teru, Chiaki, and Nekomaru.
Not even in the office. Wait, it's not this. It's not this, it's not this.
No, the only 3 pieces of evidence are Chiaki, Teru, and Nekomaru.
Oh, you weren't in the office?
Where's the Nekomaru one?
That's clearly a desperate excuse.
What happened to your guard duty, James? Sorry, I took MC.
Since Pecco was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
She should have cost...
That's impossible.
You know you can shoot down those testimonies for
Why is
extra.
it impossible?
Because I was not in the off, not even before the
You
blackout.
can left click the white color statements for
I
extra
agree
time.
with that.
Great.
You know, right click or something.
No,
Don't tell me.
it's nothing like
They
that
knew.
at all. Nekomaru's account
Wait, what?
is actually Pecco's alibi.
Do you even... Wait, what?
It's true. Someone was
I don't understand what's
occupying
going
the
on now.
bathroom for a long time, shortly after the party started, and it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone
Oh,
else
shit.
besides Pecco was in the dining hall after
That is the
party
wrong
started,
bullet.
right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be...
It's correct, but I don't know why it's correct.
Locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt.
It's shit!
Shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any...
No, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Seriously, stop it. But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives.
Damn, guys.
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
No,
I see.
cannot. The AC timer ma.
Are you like spamming random evidence?
Did you
Alright.
eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Do you eat anything weird?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
I don't remember eating anything weird.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Now that you mention it.
Taro cooked the food.
Hey.
How suspicious!
You brought food to the office, right?
I wouldn't do anything like that.
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
Laxatives would ruin the taste.
There might have been some laxatives in it. What you think? Nope.
Accidentally shoot.
Oh. I know what is it already, do you
Did
know?
you eat anything weird?
It's only one statement.
It's the
I
party
don't
dishes.
remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it...
Yeah, do you
brought
understand
food
why?
to the office, right? Just a little bit from the
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How
Hey.
suspicious! I wouldn't do anything like
You're talking about
laxatives would ruin the
laxatives, but
taste.
if everyone ate from the same bowl of food,
Yeah.
Did
It's,
you
I know which one to shoot.
Don't
Just
remember
that
eating any...
I
Now
missed
that
just
you
how.
mention- You brought food to the office, right?
you
Just a
missed.
little
Yeah, I
bit
just
from
saw.
the
There might have
Oh my
been some
god.
laxatives in
No, that's wrong.
How is your aim, ah?
Oh my god, the sensitivity is too high.
No, it's
can do
impossible
it.
that laxatives were
I
slipped into the
lazy.
food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of
No,
it too.
that's wrong.
Food had laxatives in it. I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I
No,
feel
it's
totally
possible that
fine.
laxatives
I
was slipped
said
in the food.
the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird
It was a
accusations.
good one.
I apologize for
Can't
causing
eat some of
sin.
it too.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's...
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Bitch!
Cease this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that you're trashy.
I just saw what you said.
You don't have to tell it.
Trashy skank?
Yeah, you only occurred because of
She's so
AC
mean.
timer.
The small girl is so mean.
Yes. She's a bitch.
Who tripped the breaker
agree.
and how did they do it? If you
You
can't
make it
answer
clear
that,
how
I'm
the
gonna bonk you on the
blackout
head. Did they?
Wait,
Oh, you should know how the blackouts occurred.
did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
Ah!
Probably messed with the breaker.
Look at all the evidence. What could have caused
It
it?
does not have to be the breaker.
Wait, I
They
need
may have
to.
tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Are there?
Or maybe they had the power surge?
I agree with that. It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a
Yep.
coincidence.
I got it.
Someone caused it. Which is why those 3 irons were arranged
Still
to
pretty
cause the
simple so
blackout.
far.
When you found them right after the
It's
blackout,
just as Mario
the
said.
irons were still on,
Blackout was
right?
caused by power surge.
So by leaving those irons
Also
on in the
solvents.
storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah,
Just why
it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
What?
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Oh, dude, I think that's the
That's
short thing.
inexcusable!
Inexcusable. Wow, so many knives.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in the dump when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
I can't back down!
You need to start swiping. Like,
I know. Hate this
No,
rebuttal
just
shit.
because people were in the dining hall
go. Oh, wow.
doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the irons caused
Because
the
he was
blackout.
lost.
The irons caused the.
Then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
Slash slash slash.
But the
Slash.
people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the black. If the irons caused the blackout,
Yeah.
Allow me to cut through those words.
All right.
The irons are just one
That shouldn't be
reason
the
the
only
blackout
reason.
occurred. But they
What's
want
the
the
statement?
direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
air conditioners.
Oh, you knew about
Timers
that.
for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30.
I thought you were
p.m.
randomly
See,
clicking evidence. You should.
When the timers activated the
I
air
knew it was the
conditioners,
AC.
I see. I understand. Indubitable.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly
Actually,
max it out.
it could very well be the
So
genius.
once
I mean,
they
the
set the air
technician or whatever.
conditioners,
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say?
This is the
If
best.
I died that many times, I
The
might
game
really
of the-
stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have
deserve to
prevented
die
the blackout
1,000
even if
deaths.
I was in the office. Even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall. Resetting the breaker in that
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys. There's no
You guys.
way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end,
Marcus, you'll
hope
soon
always
realize
wins.
how twisted
That's what
someone
I
is.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is,
There's no way a
who
killer-
caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
Who else could have done it other than you?
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
What a shame
Fortunately,
any one of us
this is
escaped.
the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the kill. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all... Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others,
He's staring Sherry.
better
Stink,
to get
stink.
killed for believing in others?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely
Isn't it
something
better to
wrong
get
with
killed for believing?
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home
What?
and eat can!
The shit
Stop it.
stirrer.
If everyone acts like this,
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend
What
would
the-
murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
I'm
Who
gone.
cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway.
Wow.
Not a single one.
His voice actor is actually not bad for the English one.
Did you say something?
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
you know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't don't know.
That's wrong.
But we do have a clue about a suspicious person.
Just say
I
something.
see.
Because we already
First of
found
all,
a clue that might
let's
find
try
you.
thinking about how the killer was able to...
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that.
Before
I
that.
need...
I mean, before that.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before.
Nagito. Ah, very near.
Do marker something, it's not as simple as I think it is. Oh, dude, it's damn obvious already, you see the diagram. Who could have used something to get to that knife?
Only Nagito.
What could he have used?
Here! The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean...
There was a blackout. There's no...
Oh, you saw it already, yeah.
The power cord, boy.
I can prove it with this! They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table and use the glowing paint to find the
He didn't
knife.
turn the desk on. He used his power.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Nagito. Me.
You're the only one!
You're the only one.
Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Nagito.
Me?
It was you, wasn't it?
Say what?
Judging from everyone's positions before the
Being so
blackout,
happy.
the only person near
When
the
you
power
chose him.
cord was you.
Me?
Which means the only one who...
That's just a
Judging
coincidence.
from everyone's positions
still,
before blackout.
You had a chance,
The only person
right?
near the power.
A ch-
While he was cleaning lah, then.
I see.
Actually, this part is easy.
If so,
Cause it's still the
you
the
would have
first
a chance
case
to
only.
hide the knife. That's if you factor in the
Dude,
power
because of
cord
that,
and
it's not
time
that
you spent
easy.
cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously? That's all just a
Nagito.
coincidence.
Clean
If it
dining
was
hall.
just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when
If
it's
you
one
factor
right
in the
after
power cord and
another,
time
I
spent
wonder,
here, you're the only
is
one who could
something
have done
about
it.
that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the
Dude, this is the
table?
best goal. Game
Now
of
that you
goals.
mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the
That's
dining hall.
true. Yeah.
Remember their talents.
You rigged the drawing,
Yeah, it's
didn't
ultimate
you?
lucky guy.
That's how you got picked
Or
to clean
ultimate
the dining
unlucky
room,
guy.
isn't it?
If you wished for it to
Sure
happen,
or
it
not,
will definitely happen.
But regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already.
Nagito,
What?
tell me you object.
Oh, the
to this.
gangster, right?
Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
The guy's voice actor is not that
Nagito,
bad.
say something.
Come here if you kill Byakuya.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death. How wonderful. How beautiful it is. Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started.
Hope and despair are two very powerful terms in Danganronpa.
I'm the one who used the
Yeah, the
power
main
cord to find my way
Yeah.
to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After
Oh,
all,
he used the
there's
power
no
cord to
way
find
I'd
my way
knowingly
to the
whip
table.
out a knife in front of everyone.
Is it just me, or does he seem a
And
little
of
nuts
course,
right now?
But
was the blackout.
I never expected
After all,
Byakuya to have
slowly
night
unknowingly
vision
whip out a knife in
guns.
front of
Because
everyone.
of that,
right?
we had ourselves a little scuffle
Yeah, he said
under the
ow.
table.
Correct.
And, well, you all saw how that
Never expected Byakuya to
twist ending like this. I think we
Because
can
of
all
that,
agree
we had ourselves a little scuffle.
Byakuya performed
saw how that-
admirably. Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened
With a
to
twist
you?
ending
Don't
like
tell
this. I think we can all
Is
agree
this your
this
true
ending.
nature?
Very interesting.
Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid...
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets! He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Listen, look at the nurse beside him. She's like, help me.
That's quite the hobby you have there.
Killing neighborhood
Now's
pets.
not really the time to bring it up.
Is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito. If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep,
This
I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
It's actually pretty good by my
But why would you
standards.
send a threatening letter in the
Better
first
than
place?
James' handwriting.
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
At least some of you will feel sorry.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Oh, I get it. If Pekka was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
The ultimate
I
lucky
see.
guy.
Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it.
And that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Talent for a worthless human.
They all forgot. I see. Well,
I see!
there's no way I would expect you to remember it.
You're the
Worthless
ultimate lucky
talent.
student.
Worthless human.
Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck.
Ultimate baby
Trusted
face
I'd
on
be
the
picked for
head.
cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite.
Holy shit.
I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya?
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, well, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter.
From the way he say it, you know.
That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Why, what thing?
Let's start the damn vote.
Since just now he say
Ready to fucking
you
kill
guys,
this
you guys, you guys. He just say we because he knows that he's
Please,
the.
Monokuma!
Yeah.
Please, wait!
Huh? Duff.
Pretty angsty, the small guy. I think that'll be like.
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
I'm sorry.
For now, my type...
God.
Simply listening. However, I won't allow this to end with mere
Dude,
play.
the girl is so
Now,
evil.
Lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Huh?
Oh, these are the ones that you can shoot now for extra time. Hey, wait. Yeah. Oh. Are you a meme?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No,
you're
but not
gonna
the
die.
action one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whose account is whose, man. Holy shit.
I think it's strange that
All the accounts.
Killer is so obviously Nagito!
The
Wait,
killer is
just-
so obviously Nagito.
Go through the entire thing without doing anything. Just look at the comment.
He has already confessed.
Oh my god.
you know.
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it! He killed Byakuya
Look
with
at all
a
the
knife
possible
he hid.
points you can shoot down first.
Oh,
Dude, that's a white noise. Fuckers.
Are you supposed to shoot the white noise?
For wasting our time,
No.
stinky
No,
bitch!
no.
How serious?
then let's prepare
Yes,
to
don't.
cast our votes.
You tried to shoot it so many times. Fuckers, what are you doing?
I don't know. I think I'm supposed to shoot down the white noise.
No, you're not.
I
You're not. You're just supposed to agree with one of the statement.
The killer is so
disagree.
obviously Nagito!
Those purple words are just
He has already
distractions.
confessed.
you know.
No, it's not.
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it! He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid!
It's the second statement.
Never mind.
Wait, what's the second statement?
Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
Knife he hid. Yeah, that's the one. They said he killed Byakuya with the knife he hid. But was he really killed by a knife? Was the knife that long? Remember her ultimate ability. Why is she so confident that top C? What are the posts? It's the knife and thin, sharp weapon.
I think it's strange that
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Eh? No!
Crap!
Shats.
I think it's
5
strange that
millimeters in diameter.
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Oh, no.
he
Is
has
it-
already confessed.
That bastard Nagito, he killed Byakuya with a knife he hit. No,
Boy,
that's
you're
wrong.
really shooting, dude.
That knife might not be the murder weapon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
No, that's wrong.
Based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body,
This I say was too sharp for a
5
knife.
millimeters in diameter?
Wait, what?
But you
Skinnier?
forgot about it here.
Skinnier than a
You said it
knife.
earlier, you forgot about it here.
That better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Nikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It
Is this
has
what
to be
you're
you.
saying?
Hey, don't blame me. Nikon's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Dude, I tell you, this guy's the
Oh,
ultimate shit
blackout.
story.
Did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. What happened during the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it.
Did you see like the random comments being added?
Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the
What?
fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it. What's not it?
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, real?
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Don't
Don't act so surprised.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker
Oh,
overloaded.
what's going on here? This is...
Hold on a sec. I'll go
Can
along
he
the
like
wall
this?
and do something about it.
Wasn't the black pictures?
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck. You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow! After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. And I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it,
Marcus Shelley is gonna start watching you.
Serious?
I will tell him don't watch
Are you
cause
saying
he'll get
you're not
spoiled.
the killer?
Let's send him
from
the
the
thing.
very beginning. The idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout. It was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair?
Marcus, if you're stuck
can't
later,
give up.
let me give you hints or yeah, figure out.
Hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Oh my god.
Let me give you hints if you're stuck.
No.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I know. Huh?
If you really need help, just ask me.
Suspended?
But I don't think you need.
Well now.
Maybe the very last part.
Now then. What? And you're so evil.
Yes, please. I think I'll save here.
I'm Mon Ami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Regularly.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right? Is there something wrong with that? Well, even if that's true, I feel...
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
I'm not...
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under there were even bloodstains.
That's true.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splat.
I didn't get any blood on me. That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something.
I can prove it with this!
Yeah, boy.
You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth. If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito...
But that was found in the storage room, right?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me.
Then, what does it mean?
Maybe
the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that
Under the
table.
floorboards.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same.
I don't understand at all!
Huh? Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but...
Under the table, but not under the table. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think...
Improved Hangman's Gambit. Keyword related to the incident in question. Okay. If two different letters clash, you take damage. If two of the same letters clash, they will fuse. Okay.
Those mini games are easier.
Catch and release. Right button is catch. Wait, you press the right mouse button, you can pull it up. Huh? Wait, fire? Oh, okay. Wow, right. I think I understand. Wow, under the floor? Oh, fuck. Wait, what the? I don't understand. Where's the R? Ah, there. Huh? Ah, shucks. Ah, there we go.
I got it! I got
Gosh.
it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are... They stuck the weapon through one of the... If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know. You're the only one!
You're the
Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the...
About that earring.
I said...
About that hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Where you at? Where you at?
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Gundam
What are you
wasn't
laughing
wearing
at?
an ear-
This guy being retarded.
Yeah.
And if he had it on by the time the class trial began,
Is it
then
safe
that
to say
means
that?
Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th
Dude, look at
eye,
that fat head
all
stomp,
visual
right?
chaos is rendered asunder.
That's
What should I
you.
do? I'm embarrassed
Yeah,
just
sure.
listening to him.
Oh!
Truly, this
Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Storage room.
I'm just embarrassed to say it.
One of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment
Mirage
of
Golden
random
Hawk,
boxes.
Jumpy.
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboard. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands.
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyways, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it.
Gamer go pretty
The
smart.
space
Pretty
beneath the
smart.
floor is empty. It's not that far to move from the
Gamer
storage room
girl.
to the dining hall.
Yep.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there...
You're gonna stop after this, right? The first round.
Yeah, I gotta
You
stop
don't
it.
like stab, stab, stab?
No.
One shot takes like
About
2
the
hours,
sound
but
effects. You were saying
I should do
they
that
snuck
before we
under the
started.
floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboard.
Not me.
Who wasn't at the party again? I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness. Yes! This Monomi over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... It obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it. Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
Lol,
see?
yeah, it's
You're making threats
decided.
again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Silencer. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh no, then you can't. Holy.
Make your argument. Oh, all these
Bang, bang, bang,
accounts. I don't even know who's who. Okay, I know this is the gamer code because I just saw it in it. I don't know who's. Okay, this is a chef.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage
During
room in the dark.
The killer.
Is that true,
He's
Fuyuhiko?
lacking underneath the floor. Like,
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
right click out, by the way. Yep.
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
Whoa, this guy.
The culprit is self-evident.
Okay.
Find one of the statements which proves that he has an alibi.
Yeah, I know which one. I just need to find which one. Where? No, it's not this, not this. Chiaki's account. Yeah, it's this one.
Was lurking
Yeah,
under the
because she
floor
was
like
with
a
him also.
cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
No, that's wrong!
No, Fuyuhiko definitely
that's
has
wrong.
an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't
I
that
saw
right?
Fuyuhiko
Chiaki?
after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside. And he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker? Oh, no!
He wanted to join the
Oh,
party.
he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
Party. It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness. And that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But is it really impossible?
I think I know why. Yeah.
Why?
Eh? Where's the map?
It appears we're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless.
There's no map.
Which is superior?
But look at everything, there's one thing that appears we're getting close. Wait. Blackened and spotless. Which is superior. Let's start with this.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
You let all the truth be like, what is something that can.
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
Only the last one makes sense.
The hallway.
Yeah, only the last one. Yeah, it's probably the light one, which is...
Moving to the storage room like that,
What?
it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
It's not knife!
Is it really not possible?
You need to examine the evidence.
What if they used a string
Examine,
like the cord?
examine. No, go back to the evidence list.
Maybe there was another.
Go back to the evidence list. Push. No, evidence list. Press F1.
It is that F1.
Go down. Down. You go from bottom to up, it'll be faster. Just wait for your save time. You have to read. This one, like the evidence itself doesn't state it clearly, so you have to read the detailed description. What could be a light?
Iron plate for BBQ!
Portable stove for cooking hot pots.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
Ah, then I missed it.
The hallway was really dark
Hey.
during the black. Moving to the storage room, it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Then you can fast forward the way.
Another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go. What if they used a light?
I agree with that. I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
The killer had a light. Oh, that's right.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So,
Yeah.
the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
The hole? What kind of hole? It would be so great if you could explain it to me. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime. Will you battle against me? No, that's
Oh,
wrong.
because I didn't know you were this kind of guy.
Will you tell me what sort of hole it is?
Breakthrough.
The voice. Now then, Haji, will you battle against me?
I don't even know which one to choose.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally
Slash,
doubting
remember
his
slash.
testimony?
It's like Fruit Ninja, it's like Fruit
I can't
Ninja.
back
You have to
down.
slash in like one line. Slash all.
I don't even know like how to like slash accurately.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Kazuichi.
After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Kazuichi is the James guy.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was
Why
shining
would
in
he
such
have
a dark
not been able
hallway...
to see it?
Crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was
Next one.
shining in such a
It's the
dark
next one.
hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
Yeah,
The
evidence is
reason
correct.
Kazuichi couldn't was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words!
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. You actually noticed the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off.
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide?
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
Because there's no other way.
Could be you.
Who is Hito? Is that a friend?
Huh? Hito? It's him! No, I think I know who it is.
You're the only one!
You're the only one!
Teru. Could it be you?
Choose the dead guy.
What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
You're the
What
only
are
one.
you talking about? There's no way!
Of course, that's simply my assumption.
Could it be you?
Objection or not,
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
that's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel.
Confused with the
Too
topic.
cruel.
Ooh, Teru. That attitude is so not like you, or the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts.
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts.
Ayo.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy
This guy is
too?
the ultimate
You should
story.
try
I told
some
you.
later.
Nagito, why are you
Ultimate story.
interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light,
Asbestos.
and that they moved to the storage
Asbestos.
room and snuck under the floorboards.
Why interfere?
Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right.
Wow,
What
this
do you
trial
think
keep quite
about
long,
that?
That's... There's no way you can
Finishing
do this,
already.
right? You personally haven't
10 more minutes.
investigated what's beneath the floorboard.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important! If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
There's only one more.
There's the knife eye.
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
I can
boy.
prove it with this.
I can prove it with this!
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was...
Ah, by using the glowing
Look,
paint as a target, they were able
slowly
to judge
getting
where
a
to
hang.
stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really? I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here?
See if the
This
game
is-
shows at this point. Imagine how much the anime
Turn the
cover.
damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Oh shit!
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall.
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Wow, this is damn tough eh. Holy shit.
Why is it? Because it's so long.
Yeah, it's damn long, that's the thing.
Prepare for like.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
It's really finishing really trust.
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard
I just
Teru's
hope you will.
voice.
So I think
It's
last
handsome,
time.
unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right,
Oh,
as
I
long
think I
as I
know.
have her testimony.
Why?
The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Hey, fuck! I actually still
Let me
left
ask
click.
you again.
Oh,
Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the
Marcus,
store.
he found
I
out
was
by
somewhere
himself.
totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
You got there.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was a recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right. As long as I have the fact that I was in the dining hall, I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
The fact that I was in the
Why?
dining hall does not
Remember
mean
the
it's
floor in the
been-
dining hall?
No,
It was
bro.
full of gaps. So even if you shouted from under the floor,
Just because we
it
heard
sounded just
Teruteru's
like the voices in the dining hall. But
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teru?
hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Azabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar! If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout,
He went
he
Black
should have
Woman
been
mode.
there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by...
Damn right. You guys should have been.
His
I know
accent
already.
is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However,
Why?
I am not sure. I believe... Why don't we...
There's
the
the
last one,
evidence.
I think.
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things
After
like
this,
that. Don't
then
make no sense.
is
Probably can't.
something called climatic
You-
return.
There's one evidence that I know can deal with it.
Oh, he can prove it.
But it's not here, isn't it?
No, Marcus. If he was in the dining hall, there's something that he would have known about. I mean, if he was in the dining hall, he would have known about something. Something that happened. Something that no one would have forgotten.
Eh.
If he truly was in the dining hall, after the light came on, he would have been there, right?
I can prove it with this.
And if so,
Again?
there's
Claiming
something.
that you were
You
in the
smart
dining hall
ass!
with
I totally forgot about it because it's such a stupid thing.
And you should know how
Okay.
Mikan was positioned at the time.
I'm not smart, I just watched this before.
Well,
What? No! Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
no. This is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
How about it?
Oh.
You can't answer, Teru!
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so, Nagito,
Especially for
say
someone like
something.
him. There's no way it would have slipped
I
from his
guess you
mouth.
might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken
the-
dream.
At the end of every trial,
What
they
are you
always
doing?
finish with
Why are you messing with the killer like
puzzle
that?
piecing
Well,
together. So
hold on a
last
sec, don't go
So you
moving
have to,
this
like,
along on your own like I really am the
put
killer.
in
Huh?
the appropriate
But it's
pieces.
already
to complete
decided,
it. So
right?
things like After they sum it up,
Come on,
then it's
let me
over.
clear it up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
I know what it
But
is.
it's such a sad defense.
You know what it is?
This is...
Yeah.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's
Legit.
the weapon?
Come on, Manumi! Enough with...
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds,
So what is
Also,
it?
if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at
The
least 50
skewer.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
How do you know?
He said, not good enough. Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was. He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent!
Oh wait, shit, there's still... The pink color bear is like...
Hangman's Gambit.
You already know the answer, you said it yourself just now. Iron something. You played this before, right?
Yeah. Ah, frick.
Click the wrong letter.
Eh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh shit, it's not so fast. Combo.
Hey. I keep pressing the wrong one.
You need the next letter. Because you need to press the next letter, which is E. You have to guess the next letter, which is E. You have to press E, one of the E's that
Yeah.
on the screen.
Got it.
Yeah. Last one. The last one isn't K. Press K.
Ah, then. Ah.
I got it!
Where's the R? What?
Just came dude.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Tero Tero.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This
What's that?
trip
It
has
doesn't
a
even
no
make sense.
littering rule. If he had violated it,
The
the
very
island
detail I
sirens
said.
would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere.
Marcus,
in
this
the
will-
old building.
You need to guess like where he
Kitchen
hid
again.
it.
Teru.
After he gets where he hid it, he'll panic, then there'll be panic dog action. After panic dog action, it's the summary. I just checked on another video. Yeah.
Destroy their soul shields. Bullet time battle.
Oh, this is panic dog action.
PTA. Huh? Tempo of the song? So this is like Osu ah.
No, it's just gonna be like tuk 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 tuk. It's a metronome. It's a metronome. So it's just like tuk 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 tuk. It'll start increasing speed.
Don't leave your final strike within the time.
After you destroy it, yeah, WASD, you must Press them in the right order to form a correct phrase at the end. Remember,
I guess we have no.
I'm not hiding anything!
He said.
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
Marcus, do you see where it could have been hidden?
I know. It's the last place that we
Where?
look, but then they stop the investigation afterwards.
Shut up!
Oh my god, you. What a beast,
That's
Marcus.
impossible!
Hey,
Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton!
This
Shut
one
up!
missing. What?
I don't know what I'm missing.
That's impossible! Nonsense!
Press slightly earlier if you need to. Yes, like,
Unforgivable!
so you get me.
I think I'm pressing too early.
No! Paris Hilton! Where would the weapon be?
Fake!
You missed too much just now. On the meat bone. Or the meat on bone.
Where would the weapon be?
Eh, isn't that correct?
No?
Paris Hilton!
Oh, meat on the bone, meat on the bone, meat on the
Unforgivable!
meat.
I don't know.
It's not on the meat on the bone.
Paris
Is it?
Hilton!
It's meat
Where
on
would
the
the
bone.
weapon be? This is the end.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
Yeah.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it. But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now. So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
The summary is here. Go, go, go.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here. I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
What is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef. You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez,
What a disappointment.
Oh, so
Such an
sad.
unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet? He said, you're
This
not
is
yet-
truly the end.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Once and for all.
So, we need to do it.
My throat is chesting.
My throat is chesting. Is it from right to left or left to right?
Wait, I need to see. I'm not there yet. Should be right to left. Should be right to left, should be right to left.
That's manga, right? Yeah. Damn it! Closing argument! Oh, finally, dude. Everyone at the party is...
You don't have to, because there are a lot of pages, you can, doesn't have to be like... Okay, you look at the 5 pictures, right? You see in front of them, then you find.
Oh! Huh?
You can scroll to the left, you can scroll to the...
Oh really? Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, you can scroll to the left. No, Marcus, don't you waste your lives. You're dying already, dude. Like, you look at one of the pictures, right? If it happened, then after that you go and scroll until where you can fit it.
Oh, I think... Isn't it this? Huh? I don't understand.
Like, something doesn't make sense, obviously. Like, the Hyoko drinking juice obviously isn't one of the pieces.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's more than one.
No. Okay, for example, the guy closing the fire door, you go and find a page where he closes the fire door.
At the office room where the blackout occurred.
Go to page 4 or 5. Look at the other question mark. Go to the left.
The moment it got dark, clear. Not yet. The weapon hidden in the meat.
What's the other question? Think left. What's the other one?
Ah, finally.
What's the other? Oh yeah, that one ah. Close the fire door. You don't have to use up everything. What's the last question mark? The very last one.
Very last one? I heard it. Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
correct.
Oh, okay, I know already. I understand.
No, you understand me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Noise. He saw Nagito trying to...
What did the killer... Huh?
The page before that. The page before that.
Oh, okay. Huh?
No. Okay. The weapon hidden in the meat, right? Or Byakuya saw him trying to go in.
The me one isn't.
Me one is the meat comic.
No, the me
one on
comic
the top
is
left.
only this one. Don't have.
The top left one.
Oh, there.
Oh. Don't have. He obtained the light from the stove.
This is the blackout already, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, there's some more. Okay. So these 3 pages are done.
The killer obtained the light from the stove. There's one just now you put the meat there. Yeah, that one. Night vision goggles.
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning
Oh
with
my
right
gosh.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the...
I need to
He
rush.
was
Here's how
extra
it all
cautious
happened.
about a murder occurring that night. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
Finally over.
Though one person didn't come, the rest of... But at that time, they plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the... Additionally, they prepared some... the air conditioners in the office and dining hall. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item, Byakuya was so concerned about it when he put on his night vision goggles. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With
You
the
can
weapon
save
and
after
portable
this.
stove first.
Just
Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right. With this, the killer... They probably turned off the portable cook. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed. He had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, The killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong? This would...
It seems.
Oh my god, shut up.
Over already. Press F1 I think you can save.
Now, B. Oh.
Look at your points.
Oops! I lost control of my wild side.
0 points for one.
Putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time. Now then, please
You can save
vote.
already.
Just
Save, save.
if you don't vote, who will be choked?
Can't save yet. Oh, now I can save.
Boom. The trolls. Go and eat your dinner. Right.
Danganronpa V3, huh?
Okay. Hey, how you know?
I steamed doodle.
Oh yeah, shit. Okay. Go eat, piece of shit.
When that... You caught me? Huh? Impossible! Well... What? Amazing! No. See? You're kidding, right? Man. No way! Hey. See? Don't fuck with me! What? Amazing!
Oh, this is actually fucked up. Holy shit.
Great! What's going on?
What's going on? That's wrong. So...
What? You're right. Hey!
However...
Whoa!
Nope. Perhaps.
What?
See?
I will guide you all.
Why?
Such despair.
No way.
Someone like me? How unexpected. Well... Isn't that right? Right? Man. Great! Impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Hey, hey! Huh?
What's the matter?
No, 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 no!
Hey!
Hey!
Impossible!
That's... Hey!
Why?
That is... Why? Answer me.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Okay, when I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself.
Yes, then I'll just have to do my best to keep the hunt.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard.
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already. I know that already. That's why I need to go home! Hey! Damn it! Wrong! That's why I wanted to go home!
Fine, fine.
I'm sorry. I think I'm the one who went crazy.
So...
Yahoo! You can!
Jeez, get out of my way!
Ugh!
Well now. Now then, I've prepared a
Hey! Please!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Lies! Mama!
Rip, man. Oh my god. Wow. It's a bit excessive. Oh my.
Extreme! Yeah! Whew. Ah!
Damn it!
Blah, 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 blah. How cruel.
What? No.
What are you saying?
Nice! Hmm?
You bastard! What?
Not...
Of course!
Oh,
Huh?
So...
Then... Stupid!
Such despair.
You.
Crap!
Nope.
Don't fuck with me!
What? Someone like me? Hey. Great!
You fiend.
Hey!
Well... This is exciting!
You pissed me off.
What? How unfortunate. Isn't that right? Hey. Wait!
Please!
Huh?
Please listen!
Let me...
Well? Perhaps. I am sorry! Yes.
Like... Jeez.
Well? Right? But...
I'm gonna do it!
Fine.
Is someone watching me?
Ooh. Wow, that was the end of chapter 1. Holy shit.
Danganronpa.
For a long time, humans have been taught that if you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything, even if we weren't told this directly. You'd know it just by looking at the world around us. The internet, TV, and news, but people who can't win, they are all worthless trash. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who are born with worth, and everybody else, no matter how hard a lowly human tries. They say that effort breeds success. No matter how hard, no matter how much a penguin tries, which people with talent don't become talent. That's right. Just like you. Just so you know, what I feel is different from admiration. Admiration is wishing you could be, how should I put it? What I feel, so, I don't mind if you kill me. I want to see with my own two eyes. Yep, I'm really lucky. So please, if you're planning, I want you to use me as a stepping stone.
Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna stop here, right? Thanks for watching, guys.
Huh? 'Cause you aga. But
Hey, hey!
what?
Hey,
That's weird.
no.
Hey. Jeez. It's not like that.
It smells...
Huh? It can't be.
Hey, hey, hey!
Now that you mention it.
I got it.
Whoa!
What did you do to me?
Oh my. Hey.
That was close.
Like,
Hey.
hey.
It appears you cannot...
Huh?
I have no idea!
That's right. Of course.
Impossible!
What's the matter? No.
Stupid.
What the hell?
Let me tell you this. Nature, the collective will of the... Burn in the fires of...
Yeah.
My entire... Okay.
No way.
Yeah. Hey. Ta-da!
You serious?
Hey.
Yeah, sure, this is gonna end. I need to pause.
Hey, hey!
Huh. Hey.
Yeah.
Yay!
Huh?
Hey. But let's go.
Okay, I have to save and then leave.
Danganronpa.
Alright, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys